Hello, hello. One who might be there. Everyone who's not here yet but will be seeing this later. Good, I think I've got all the notifications out on the proper places. Let's start an Age of Engineering world. Hello, Wandering Disciple. Hello, Milliz. Standard Seed. And we're just going to jump right in and see what kind of trouble we can cause in the Stone Age. Not sure how fast I'll be able to progress through the ages. I'm going in mostly blind. Hello, Yasmin. Lurk away, Wandering Disciple. It is accepted, encouraged, and welcome here. This is your daily reminder, folks. Take your pills. Alrighty. Haven't created a team yet. Of course I haven't created a team yet. There we go. Let's players. Play too many other games to not use that. Alright, so guides. The Age of Engineering in the Stone. Wow, okay. There's actually a lot of text in this, huh? Welcome Age of Engineering mod packs, all around mod interactions and progressions through a kind of technology tree. A lot of recipes are changed to give you a more satisfying and longer lasting experience. If you don't want to get spoiled how the progression in this mod pack works, don't read this guide. If you ever get stuck or don't mind getting spoiled, read on. Okay, well, if I want to avoid... I don't know about avoiding spoilers and stuff. What made me change my mind? It's the popular pack. It's the one that all the kids are playing. And I just figured I ought to give it a shot at some point. Nope, we don't have ore excavation, huh? You get so used to that being in, like, every pack. But I do prefer it being something I earn my way towards. Alright, well, I can still punch logs. That's good. Alright, well, do we want to do this blind or following the guide? That's really the question. And honestly, I'm kind of, I kind of like the idea, oh, I don't have fast leaf decay. I might need to install fast leaf decay. That's what I kind of want. Yeah, I might kind of try doing this more, blind instead of, following the guide. Like, it says that's a acceptable playstyle right in the guide, right at the start. But first things first, tinkers. We'll just use the guide as a brief bit. I'm sure that we're going to need tinker's tools to get going. Can't right click for a stack, that's a shame. Hello, Transcend Fear. Hello, and yes, blind does interest me as well, Yasmin. Table. One of which we will make into a station, and the other of which will turn into a crafting station. Pencil, tool, crafting, art. And we're good for the moment, right? Yeah, okay, cool. That's fine. I don't, like, having the smeltery not double ore, that's a great thing. I think that's a perfect change, Gravionian. Cool. So I'll need to work towards something for ore doubling. As opposed to being able to get it right off the back. Iron for copper. Nice fall damage that way. Alt. Okay, we got mechanism. Can definitely work towards some extreme ore quintuplification later on. We got bees. Right now we're just going to go on a wander. We got lakes, forest, Iaga, extreme hills. Yeah, we're going to head for those lakes over on the plains. See what we can find. Bunch of things on the way. Cool. Coffee, actually additions. Pattern chest will wait. Hello, Dakari. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Oh yeah, hey, look! Thank you, OBS, it put me right into the proper channel. That's what I want. You're gonna enjoy my raging, aren't you, Yasmin? Alright, I can punch my way to gravel and sand. Always a good thing, and play. But I would like to go a bit faster than punching. Hey, we got some nice lake terrain, got a canyon. Thinking building into the hillside at the edge of the plains and the hills might be a good starter base. Hello. Right around here? Yeah? Yeah, let's do it. I haven't picked a pack yet. But honestly, like, I just don't know. I don't know what to do. It's complicated, you know? We won't be running out of yellow dye anytime soon. Do we go Hobbit style into the side of the hill, or do we build ourselves a nice little hut out here? Hello, Dean. Basically, Darren, everything was going fine, and then ApolloCat got really sick for like 5 days, which disrupted things. And then last Friday, ApolloCat got fired out of the blue with no warning whatsoever. And that's also understandably thrown us for a loop. Yep, there's all of our sand and clay needs. All of our crop needs. I don't know, I kind of like the idea of making myself a lakefront house here. Does it matter, Dakari? I mean, whatever reason they're going to give, they're going to lie about. They did not give any sort of sufficient reason. And there was no warning, no thought that they were even considering it. So. Talked about it a bit on Twitter and on Discord. Aren't most? I've never not lived in an at-will employment state. Ooh, red orchid. Nice. I remember when I first mentioned it, and I had a bunch of people being all, wait, isn't that, like, illegal? Oh, wait, no, that's only in Europe, where we care about our people. But, I mean, no reason they could have possibly given would have helped the fact that they never did anything to try to fix the issue before just firing Holocat. You know? Oh, it's fine. I mean, the term wage slave exists for a reason, right? Alright, I need flint. I imagine that Minecraft tools work fine. Okay, so maybe I go get some stone. Well, this mechanism salt is getting in the way of my gravel generation. Really, there should be big spots of gravel instead of these isolated spots. We'll survive. We've got family that can help us out, and I'm sure if I put the call out to the fans, you folks are always more than generous when I do. But yes, it's been emotionally devastating. We're working through it. Nope. Oh, okay. 3 for flint instead of 4. Flint tools are usually a good place to start, right? Getting dark out here. Oh, we got 1 flint. That's enough to go make a shovel. You got, or no, it's not. You need 2 for a tool head, don't you? Oh, we got 2 now. Save us a bit of time. Or do I want to go for a mattock first? Oh, okay. So flint actually makes a decent sword, too. Neat. Interesting idea, Dean. Right. Torches would be nice, wouldn't they? Okay. I can make furnaces. There's no longer a way to see all of the potential smelting operations in one go. Probably can't smelt ore in furnaces, the way this game is. Well, I mean, you're basically making a rum there, Ian, as opposed to a wine. You know, the thing that'll separate the two is rum tends to get distilled. But when you're just using sugar water as your liquid to ferment with. Stone? Yes, I can. You get cheap, but also cheapskate. That's okay. It's enough for a mattock. Or it's good enough for a mattock, I should say. I played a pack a while back that had better mod movement. Does anyone remember the name of that? There's not enough sugars in the tea to give it any sort of ability to ferment on its own, though. Without you dumping in, you know, a brick of sugar. No way to know what it's going to taste like until it's done. I'd end up very bitter with all those tannins. Giant cup of coffee. Brain not doing brain things. Let's see. Do I want to bother growing flax if I've got hemp? Kinda don't. Rice is worth growing. Coffee is worth growing, because coffee's amazing. I actually need the coffee maker, huh? Make coffee? Neat! We're using the full-on setup. $50 seconds of 8 RF per tick. That's pretty sweet. Zombie, come on. I'd rather you didn't, Dean. I understand you get passionate about these things, but winemaking conversations, let's keep that to the Discord, shall we? Apparently you can eat canola seeds. Hey, osmium boots. I'll take them. Yep, mechanism zombies. Yay, full set of armor. Looks like no experience mod. Yep, no experience mod. Fine. Environmental tech, cool. What can I do with you? Tinkers, Smeltery, industrial engineer it with hammer, industrial grinder, alloy smelter from Ender IO, segment, enrichment, purification, chemical injection, all the mechanism stuff, crush it, multiple different crushers I'm sure. I can squeeze it in a squeezer. That's hilarious. I don't recognize integrated dynamics at all. The EU2 furnace can do it. But yeah, no generic furnacing. We can always quartz grindstone our way to almost ore doubling and then smelt it. So that's an option. Hello, Yaizukura. All a long way off. Pig, sheep, and chickens to start with. I don't know if ranching is particularly valuable in this pack, or if it's just normal. I've noticed there's no Pam, so I can't make exciting foods. There is a culinary generator, so that's an option later. Much later. I think right now, working towards Tinkers gonna be my best bet for long-term tech progression. My plan is Smeltery, use that to get obsidian so that I can make an obsidian sharpening kit and mine all the things. Or at least all the things in the overworld. I don't think I can do Ardite with it. It only goes up... Well, assuming Ardite is its own level in this, as opposed to the same level as Cobalt. Flint and steel requires actual steel to make. That's going to be... So that's attempting to block off the Nether. But once I have a bucket, I can bypass the need for that. Alright. I'm gonna need to at least get to, like, being able to make a bucket. Which I can do with regular iron ingots. And I can uncraft blocks of iron. So I can always smelt my way to iron with a smeltery. Alright. So... I don't know, we might be able to make a super tool during the Stone Age of this pack. What do you think? Should that be our goal for today? Stone Age super tool? I still don't even know what the slow grind entails. String supply doing 10. So close. Not quite there though. Alright. I need some sort of food. I think that's gonna look like murdering some pigs. I think I'm missing, like, crafting tweaks to do some of the stuff I'm trying to make it do. Really, I'm doing the squid a favor here. Piglet. What should I get? One pork chop. Not a whole lot. Hey cows, I have a question to ask you. Trash bag. Ah, that's an option. That'll give us the ability to void one thing on a filter. Piggy backpack. Right-click mobs to pick them up. Alrighty. Why not? Leather cap. Medkit. Oh, we've got forestry backpacks, but that's it, huh? Otherwise, we've got Bagginses. I haven't played with Bagginses in a long time. They're made with wool and string. Okay. So used to using iron backpacks. Oh, I'm taking damage because I'm low on health, low on food. Raw rice. Saves off starvation. Sweet. Thought that was actually additions, but I can never remember. Yeah, Thaumcraft, I think that last time I heard, Azanor had gotten, like, one of those real job things that was requiring most of his time, and was not planning on updating Thaumcraft in the near future, but there's been some sort of recent rumbling on that front. It may have changed. I still haven't dug into Astral Sorcery in the depth that I want to. Thaumcraft did have a great aesthetic, though. However, there is a point where you've played through it a few times and you question, like, why you keep redoing the same things. But that happens with every mod. Why we play packs, right? At bed, sleep through that night, and back to mining the sand and the gravel. Well, the puzzles, though, they were usually, like, there was a solution for the research puzzles. So, I mean, it had its ups and downs. I do wish there had been a way to do it both ways. Hello, Saf. Had at least one request to make this the server pack. What do you think of that idea? No, you more have mentioned it as this is a pack that could work on a server. So I wasn't talking about you with that request line, Garen. Out. Responsible automation. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing that happens in Mentat's fanbase. I don't see a problem there, Yasmin, or Yazakura. But I have been accused in the past of being a monster. So, you know, keep that in mind. Oh, I thought that the problem was that they'd, like, put giant holes in things. Not that they'd cause massive server slowdown and such. I'm not concerned with people making their, accidentally turning their bases into giant craters. You found something to love with IC2? Share with the class. Can you tell I'm not much of a fan? Industrial hemp. Am I better off just harvesting the top layer or everything? I don't honestly remember. Wow. This is very unlucky as far as worms are concerned. Doesn't usually go like that. Yeah, step by step, you're getting somewhere, right, Sav? Hello, Pythor. Didn't, you know, Greg take over IC2 stuff? That is pretty smexy, Sav. Extension to IE, adding Greg tech levels of complexity and interactions. But why? What's... I still don't understand why people like Greg tech. It seems like the complexity doesn't add anything. It just makes things more complicated. It doesn't make them harder. It just makes them more complicated for no good expletive reason. You don't like Greg Tech, but you want a Greg Tech style mod for immersive engineering. I mean, IE has some pretty decent complexity built into it already. If you want to, if you're trying to use just IE to automate things, there's a lot of content there. Just a matter of the fact that you've got access to pipes and such in most packs, you don't end up using the conveyor belt systems to do all of your automation. Couldn't have streaming problems. Yeah. Well, if you end up looking to upgrade in the future, you know who to talk to. Not me anymore, because I don't know crap about computers. I just read everything on Tom's Hardware. And then when I get tired of reading things on Tom's Hardware, I just buy the most expensive thing. Really? Why for are I not getting worms now? This is really odd. I started using Tom's Hardware back when I did tech support and computer builds as my job, and realized that really, for the average person in the average use case, I can just look there and I'm gonna get the best answer. And they've expanded their content to be kind of a one-stop shop for all things computers since then, so it's fantastic. Well, I have some word that I got using this exact mattock, Pythor. That's why it's so strange. Oh, somehow I didn't grab the first set. Alright, controller. Oh, I need some glass, don't I? Yeah, I do. Have to start. It'll certainly help with your render times, getting an i7 into it. I mean, it's Intel biased for a reason, like you just said, Dean. It's not that they are, you know, bought and paid for by Intel so much as AMD has just not been good for a long time. They're starting to get there, act together, but, they got a ways to go yet. That one? No? Darn it. Need at least 3, huh? Not store liquids. Yep, need at least 3. That's fine. Lava wood. Interesting. Alright, pour lava onto... Have to be jungle planks, or can it be any planks? Can't make lava in a smeltery. Ooh, that's tricksy. Okay. Thanks for the info, Garen. Neotech tank requires iron in a bucket. Mechanism tank requires redstone. Ender IO tank is just iron and glass. I think Ender IO tanks are our first fluid automation. I mean, the Ryzen, sure, but how about for the, 3 years before the Ryzen line came out, Dean? I honestly think this might be a good option early on. But both of those require much more than we have access to at the moment. Alright, I've got a lovely bunch of torches that I'm about to craft, and then we're gonna go do some mining. Huh, canola seeds will feed you but make you nauseous. That's adorables. Also, ugh, I hate the nausea thing. It's very good at making me not want to eat raw canola, that's for certain. Now, if I'm going to use I don't know. I'm going back and forth on, do I just stick with hemp, or do I transition to growing some flax as well for the string and wool portion of the farm. Hemp now. Break fully grown lower hemp blocks. Woohoo! Alright, what do I need to upgrade you? Rather a lot. Oh, that's for the soulbound. Regular upgrade will require steel. Okay, that's fine. Don't need it now, need it eventually. Into the mountain we go! Ooh, you know what? I'm skipping something very important here. Two very important aspects of this. We're gonna go on a long mining trip. Ooh, I don't have nearly enough lumber for this plan. Excuse me. Dream Hills, mountain. Into the earth. How about that? Down into the rock and stone. I swear Steve was a dwarf in a past life. What exactly kind of tree is this, anyway? Integrated Dynamics Menril. You do... Ooh, crystallized Menril chunk? Alright, I don't know how integrated dynamics do, but I'm gonna have to learn how to make this a thing that does stuff for me. Alright, so you can be used for regular log purposes. And you can make mineral planks. Alright, someone that knows more about this than I do. Should I get it? Okay, I'll love integrated dynamics. I should get into it, huh? Mineral trees are good for early game torches. How does that work? Are the planks, like, particularly good at torches or something? Using the berries. What? There's mineral berries? So it sounds like I should, see if I can get a mineral forest going, huh? What do? Just punch the leaves for the berries? What it looks like. Punch some of the leaves. Oh, I got some berries and a sapling. Okay. Tasty and illuminating. Can make mineral stone torches. Weird. You can make it out of cobblestone. Cool. Oh. It gives like a second of night vision. That's hilarious. Who needs charcoal when you've got regular coal, Jangled? ID is basically Steve's factory manager with applied energistics influence. Oh yeah, that sounds like it's up my alley. Are the trees particularly annoying to grow, or... And can I, automate the tree production with various tree mods? It's got its own built-in tutorial quests. Well, that's gonna put some pack makers out of business. No wonder it's not very popular in packs. Right. That's one thing that we'll probably do if we use any pack on a server. Mob griefing off. Do not find it to be a fun part of the game. Oh, never mind then. Well, this is actually kind of a problem. There we go. Ooh, spiders drop cobwebs. Mod makes that happen. Ow. I guess I should make a real sword at some point. Jerks. Enril are kind of annoying to farm. Alright, good to know. Alright, I can still repair things that way. Good. Alright, let's make another try at that into the mind thing. Arrow, bone, cobweb. Right. So, logs into mineral planks. Maybe we'll just build everything out of mineral. What can I do with the crystallized chunks? Block of crystallized mineral. It's variable store. Right? Energy battery. Needs redstone. Anywhere. Logic programmer. That sounds cool. Restonia. Okay. Let's see. Our logic cables require redstone. Wrench requires redstone. Variable card. Labeler requires a book and quill. So we need redstone. Paper. We need basic Minecraft resources. Yeah. Need gold to get the delayer. Problem. Materializer. Bad. Piston. Yeah, this is mostly locked behind redstone and books. Otherwise, we're pretty good. Always carry a tool station early game. Grows fast. Well, not that convenient. Thought. Okay, good. I can make a clay bucket. Actually have everything we need before we do this. What am I looking up mining on NEI for? Oh, yeah, the mining multi-tool, aromas. Yep. But I like mining in the overworld. Good. Gonna just sort my thing into non-existence. We'll definitely be making a mining world later. But for right now, I've got a cave to explore. Mining dimension is what I'll use for any, you know, large-scale quarrying that I end up doing, which I will end up doing. Right, someone mentioned using FTB Utilities. You must be in a team to do that, okay? Fine. I can't name it. I can't capitals. R. Default claim 100 chunks. That's terrible. I was hoping that it would actually drag out a, you know, more normal looking thing. You know, fill in the area instead of needing to scribble it down like that. There, nice big area. Bauxite. Cool. Sapphire. Cool. Tech reborn. Iron. Cool. Alright. We've got some iron now. The limiting factor at the moment is lava. So I should probably just make a ladder down to Y11. Start looking around there for lava pool. Didn't get any surface lava that I spotted on the map real quick. Marble and alabaster, though. Could make a shield. UPS guy just stopped off. I wonder what we... Yep, it's time to dig down. Caving loses its real quickly when you have a specific goal in mind. When I checked the controls, vein miner and ore excavation didn't pop up. You know, there's no ore excavation, there's no vein mining. Is there a another vein miner mod that I don't know about that uses that is in the pack? I should have stayed in the cave. Asks, are you avoiding vein mining deliberately? Doesn't even know if there's a vein miner in the pack. Okay. This is why I tend not to play mod packs in the first month or two after they get popular. Honestly. Because they always change so much that by the time any time at all has passed, it's basically what information you could get out of them, out of seeing my videos or streams, is useless. Better to wait until end of development cycle. But everybody wants to play the shiny new thing! Well, the shiny new thing is shiny and new because it's not done yet! Nobody wants to wait until the pack is done. Beta test period is when everybody plays it. It's just the nature of the modded Minecraft community, I guess. Frustrates me. By the time a pack that is popular in the community is finished, nobody wants to play it or see it anymore. By the time a pack that and when they get popular is when they're not done. Also, have I mentioned how much I hate Mechanism? There. Like that. Okay, it doesn't have the death info that just disappears when you throw it.
Say I am.
Let's make a path through the water. All of this in search of the best possible Stone Age pickaxe. Well, probably hammer, long run. Okay, it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. Get after me, it'll be worth it. Osmium sidetrack. First thing I checked for was a vein miner Pythor, because it does make the early game a little bit better. But this is one of those packs that is focused on, you know, drawing out every aspect of the game and slowing you down as much as possible, right? Ooh, black quartz. That's an idea. And I crusher it, I guess. Nope, I can't oh, I can furnace smelt it. Okay. Black quartz pickaxe might be an option. I really think that a obsidian sharpening kit is my best early option for pickaxe. You think I can do it in about 9 hours? I mean, I appreciate the confidence, but yeesh. Oh. Bird lava. And basalt usually spawns around lava. It's actually quite a ways away. Nice lava canyons going. That's cool. None taken. I didn't expect this to be a speed run. That's what I wanted. Well, certainly am not going to have issues with easy access to lava in your base. lapis. Yep. Lava galore. There we go. Iron get. First bunch of iron will turn into a couple of buckets. I should start doing some building. Or maybe I should recruit a minion to make things look pretty. I'm not a speedrun kind of person. Doesn't interest me. Okay, good. I can make my seared stone that way now. I do when I... Right. Need a ingot cast to make bricks. I do want more bricks. 216 millibuckets of seared stone to get a cobblestone. Which will melt down for 288. Okay, so they planned for that. They got the numbers right. Finally. Ah. 76. Seared furnace controller. Interesting. Seared furnace something I should do? A 288 onto some glass gets me... Oh, that's the decorative. Never mind. You pro-man rip when you try? I don't quite get it. I assume that's just die. I do not speak Twitch mode. Good. I should learn. Randomly find hardened stone? Interesting. Good. Hopper's done with aluminum. That means I can't quite get there yet because I can't handle them yet. Cataclysm, dark days ahead. Oh. Oh, it's an ASCII game. I imagine that there's probably some skins and stuff for it, but... Ugh. Roguelike with crafting. Tiles based. That's a very polite way of putting it. I have no stand, limited gravel. Okay. Tales of Majel or TE4. Yeah, there's a whole set of games out there that I know have some amazing game design behind them that I will never get to enjoy. Entirely because I want real graphics. Like, I have problems with Minecraft graphics. That's why I use Faithful, is to make them a little less painful. And I know that there's like a certain gaming purist that thinks that I am very wrong for insisting on graphical fidelity. But darn it, I like things to look pretty. Part of why I prefer 7 Days to Die to Minecraft. At least in their more vanilla formats. Problem is, 7 Days doesn't have the kind of fantastical mods in it that Minecraft does. It definitely has its limitations. But with the new electricity system that was added in the last big 7 Days to Die update, maybe some modders will get inspired and start making some automation. That in 7 Days to Die actually has, like, blood moon hordes that attack your base. Which is just fun. Love the idea of building a base that I have to defend. Nope. Not my bag, Bean. I don't let. I want to be able to. You know, I like nice graphics. Honestly, I know that the gameplay in those is good. Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup is the one that a friend of mine keeps telling me about, and it's like, it's awesome, man. Gameplay's great, but not my thing. Tell me what, I mean, I know that there are, some skins that can go on them, but they're not really designed with graphics in mind for the most part. Okay, so I can't make any benefit out of smeltering my bricks. Okay. There. That'll do for the time being. Well, I mean, even the, like, I don't mind top down. That's not the issue. You know? How do I get the second level materials in you? Or the heck are the books? Die. Or the name of it. No good at scanning. Huh, is it just the one book now? That can't be right. Were the others removed? Yeah, I guess so. Interesting. Home over on Steam. I mean, it looks alright, but it's also a case of why would I play that instead of Path of Exile or Diablo to get a similar feel? Lava wood plus blade powder equals firewood. Right, so, maybe someday, but not today. A night slime would be amazing. I don't feel like searching for a slime island. I'm not seeing one in this ground we've covered so far. Well, the thing is what do you gain out of turn-based combat? Dean, you can go for it, Zetosuru. I may have already thought of it. I'm just exploring what durability heads I can get right now. And I honestly think that I'm gonna end up just sticking with what I got for the moment. Just so that I don't have to worry about casting anything. Yeah. Or so that I can keep my casting to a minimum. This casting is annoying. So, back down the hole. That's fair. Yeah, I wasn't gonna do, we're definitely not gonna do the firewood. So thanks for the warning. Dwarf Fortress is a modern game, Dean. But I take your meaning. Dwarf Fortress is another one of those complexity for the sake of complexity games. From my point of view. Like RegTech. And that's fine, that's great. Sometimes that's what people are looking for. I mean, that's why SimCity was popular at all. Like the big thing separating SimCity design aesthetic from Dwarf Fortress is Dwarf Fortress actually has a lose state, whereas SimCity was designed with no end state. No sharpening kit. Oh wait, there's a sharpening kit pattern. There it is. Alright, cobalt mining level pick. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know. I don't see the thrill of all that, Ian. I don't know where that. Where the fun is there. Simply not for me. That sort of game. See, you say the old sense of RPG, but to me, I've, like,
Say I am.
if I want a game that lets me be anyone and do anything, then a computer game is never going to do that compared to what I can get out of a pen and paper session. What I want out of computer RPGs, for the most part, is a good storyline. I do remember Jumpius. And I believe you were asking about my traditional Minecraft videos. Those are still a distant maybe, but I'm definitely going to stream my way through Age of Engineering. Oh, we got some redstone. Excellent. Need a bit of gold, don't I? Or a lot more bauxite. Well, I also need a lot more bauxite. But a bit of gold would make casts faster. Then the big slowdown would be steel. That's forever away. Sapphire pickaxes are an option. Or armor. Actually, you know what? I might just use a sword out of the Tech Reborn stuff. Because I remember Tinker's weapons are just not all that. But that might also be me not knowing how to make an awesome weapon out of Tinker's these days. Well, that's a problem. Or it was. So he jumped into the lava. Bye, zombie. Isn't that what, like, The Sims is, though, Dean? Like, that, at least that's the, theory behind it. That's the purpose of it. I don't want a randomly generated story, Dean. That's the thing. I want a pre-programmed story experience that is enjoyable. Can't you play The Sims with just one person that you make? Pen and paper's different, Dean. I don't want a computer that replaces pen and paper. I've got pen and paper for that. If I want an interactive group storytelling experience, then I will play pen and paper. I don't want an interactive, randomly generated storytelling experience out of my computer stuff. The thing that makes pen and paper good for me isn't the randomness of the story. There is a bit of randomness that comes out of the story, sure, as a nature of a bunch of people coming together. But it's the social interaction and the fact that it is a story that you all create together. That's the part that's great about pen and paper for me. I mean, pen and paper games are hard to coordinate, sure, but if everybody puts the time and effort in, like, you need to have everyone that want to make it happen. I mean, yeah, social is hard, Dean, especially for you. I'm not saying it's not. We're still social animals, though, and there is a certain human need for social contact. Now you can probably fulfill most of that through the internet. And I can't speak for your particular circumstances. I know that if I don't have in-person social contact, you know, Mentat goes a little crazy. Crazier. Am I out of flint? Or did I stash it? I'm out of flint. Well, this will be the end of our travels after this pick runs out again. Okay. Pretty good mining run. How many times a month, how frequently you're trying to run them, Pythor? I've found that with adult responsibilities, the best way to make it happen is once a month. It's a lot easier to get people to commit to once a month, one day, on a weekend, than it is to anything else. Because we all have lives outside of gaming. Things to do. I've also found that choice of system really matters. Making sure that you get the right system for your group. Super important. For example, me and my local friends are starting a Fate system right now. A Fate game. Because it works for everybody involved. Those are actually pretty cool looking. And part of what makes Fate great is everybody participates in world building. So everybody ends up invested in the world and the characters right from the start. And it can go any which direction you want to take it. It's not a very rules-heavy system in terms of, like, combat simulation. But that's fine. It's a generic style system, and it's much more storytelling heavy than rules heavy. It is not a very crunching system. Because of it, because there's, you know, not much need for, like, miniatures, you can run an online game pretty easily as well. Ooh, got an emerald. Dresden Files is a Fate system. It is it uses the exact same system as that Fate core that I just linked. But it just gives you a bunch of pre-made stuff in a pre-made world to work with. Fate is the generic version that the Dresden Files is built on. I just don't expect people to know about the Dresden Files RPG. GURPS is very simulationist heavy and rules heavy, Garen, especially compared to Fate. Character creation alone in GURPS is 10 times the complexity of the entire game system in Fate. No problem. Hope it works out for you. Oh, if you're a fan of the books, it's worth picking up the Dresden Files RPG book just to read, like, because like, the entire thing is written in first person by, like, the characters. So you get, like, liner notes in the Dresden File books from Harry and Billy and the whole, roleplay team. BISM. Doesn't ring a bell. Team. So I'm gonna go with nope. Heck. Creepers! Creepers everywhere! Big eyes, small mouth. Oh, okay. I've heard of it. I have no idea what happened. It was like an anime-heavy, influenced, pen and paper system, wasn't it? Yes. Fate Light for people who don't want, like, any rules at all constraining their storytelling experience. Half? I'm at half a heart. Half health? I wish I was at half health. But I get what you're saying. I need to head back up. Or I'm doing a naked corpse run. The only reason I don't have a cobalt pickaxe right now, by the way, is because I got busy talking about RPG systems and, you know, kind of idly mining while I did so. We're gonna go get that cobalt pickaxe now. Uh-oh. Darn it. Hammer needs the tool forge, which requires steel, Pythor. Creepers out to get you. Creepers be creeping, yo. Alright. Tool forge requires dense steel plates. Specifically. Which means we need to get all the way into the industrial era before we can make a tool forge. Anyway, I need to take a brief break as I've been sitting here basically without moving for the past 2 hours. That's terrible for you to do. You're back. There we go. Back in action. We don't have a Discord command, Dean. And, you'd like to know if you can reproduce the tri-stat system if the company went bankrupt. Almost certainly not. Just because the company's bankrupt doesn't mean someone out there doesn't own the, copyright. And it's the copyright that matters in this case. If you produce, something that you then attempt to make money off of without owning the copyright, well, someone's going to take issue with that and probably sue the pants off of you. We're good. License doesn't matter. I mean, writing your own fan work and putting it on the internet, you may or may not be sent a cease and desist and asked to take it down. Selling it, I can almost guarantee you that someone's going to want their cut. That's not what they're talking about doing, though, Pythor. Dean is saying he wants to completely reproduce the tri-stat system. And just because it wouldn't win in court isn't going to stop someone from suing. You know? If I make a 20-sided die system with, you know, might, I don't know, I can't even think of words right now, but with different words for all of the stats, that's one thing. If I make a 20-sided die system with strength, dexterity, intelligence, wisdom, that's another, and that'll get me sued. And while you may eventually be able to win that court case, we're still talking years and tens of thousands of dollars in between getting sued and winning the court case. Anything's enforceable in court, Dean. The thing with courts is every single case is its own thing. You're going to need to talk to a copyright lawyer to get any more detail than, yeah, someone might sue you about it. Sorry, I'm not a copyright expert. All I can tell you is that if you're making money off of a thing that someone else made, you're probably going to get sued. And if you can't afford to fight the lawsuit and pay for it, because remember, the US doesn't have any laws that allow you to collect damages just for getting sued. You have to pay for every lawsuit that you take that gets leveled against you in the United States. Whoops. Later, Garen. There's more viewers that way. Yeah, not just time and money, Tharclock. I'm doing pretty good. Is me running around on half of a heart and a shank and a half of food bothering you, Dean? Sorry you're having a rough. Sorry to hear you're having a rough day. Wow, there's actually nothing I can do with rice directly for food? That's just silly. Huh. Okay. Why am I even growing you? I understand that, Tharclock. And Darios. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, that's rough, being apart from your family. Weird. Weird that I can't do anything, like, I can eat raw rice. That's the best I got, huh? Do anything with the rice seeds? Biomash. Freezer. Coffee beans, I get a coffee maker for. But to actually get into like proper additions crafting. I guess I'm stuck with bread for the time being. Food I can grow. Oh well. Nothing wrong with eating baguettes all day. Rice soup looked like a Pam, I think it's a Pam's thing, Wayno. I can make beetroot soup. That's it. Oh well. More bread all day, every day. Too many Minecrafting? What are you talking about, Wayno? Is there such an affliction? Alright. Remember, right? The Ender IO tank was a good early option. Neotech tank is similar. Mechanism tank, on the other hand, this works as a bucket and has a much bigger capacity. All it takes is that bit of redstone. Advanced, that's a different story. I thought this worked as a bucket. Also doubles as a bucket, okay? Right click doesn't make it work. I have to shift right click? No. That like an option that was disabled or something? Oh, that works. Or does it double as a bucket, but... To be fair, the reason that those tenants' rights exist are kind of necessary. Ah, okay. There's the button. You have to... Okay, here's the problem. Change mode on Better Builders 1. There's too many M key conflicts. No text pop-up goes... Oh, wait. That bucket mode, no. Is that the problem? Ah, there we go. Shift plus the button does it. Sweet. Oh, nice. Check that out. Mechanism tanks work as buckets. Yes, Brew Jam. I did not know that I could empty buckets directly into the Smeltery. Wait, no. That is something that is new to me. This is basically a 14 bucket, the mechanism tank. And, I mean, you can upgrade it from here. The best one has an infinite capacity. Can I make that? Alright, that's the creative one. The best one has a 112 bucket capacity. Now, if only I could withdraw that way. I can make creative tanks, but is it the mechanism one that I can make? Because this one doesn't, just seems to have the fluid tank and bottler recipes. I assumed that the Neotech... Yep, there we go. We can make the Neotech creative fluid tank using elite fluid tanks, quantum generator, 2 creative capacitor banks, and a... Yeah. So... But the mechanism one seems to not have a recipe to craft the bucket itself. We just need to get into Draconic Evolution to make that stuff. You know, only. There. Nope, can't bucket out of the drain. But probably another way around this. I think the Ender IO fluid tank is our answer. That I don't have to do as much stuff manually. Hello, Cooper. I need to chop down a tree. Boy, I can't wait for a lumber axe. Yeah, I needed some time away to spend with ApolloCat after ApolloCat got summarily dismissed from employment. We were upset. We spent a couple of days killing zombies. We're doing a bit better now. Tried to stream some of it, but people weren't into it. That's fine. We're up to like day 21 on 7 days now. I think it's time to bring back Sunday community multiplayer. Enriched mineral log. Interesting. Okay, yeah. And plant them within 5. Yeah, wait, no, it's less than wonderful. Hello, Gene Rogue.
I am who I say I am.
Right, I need aluminium to make a hopper. I quite like 7 days. It's ignoring the signal. That's frustrating. See if it'll pull without the signal.
Inhale and exhale.
Yep, it pulled without the signal. Okay. Yes, it is Zulop. Good use for my first 5 aluminum, I believe. I have been streaming for roughly 2 hours 35 minutes. We have a cobalt level pickaxe and an automated smeltery. I'm pretty satisfied with that as my blind progress in Age of Engineering. Yeah, there are the occasional jump scare in 7 days. It's a fun game despite them, but if you can't handle any jump scares, then you're best served to avoid it. Zombies sneak up on you sometimes. Hello, Scooter. Is there a faster ladder or elevator or something available at some point? Ed. Ooh, iron. Ender teleporters. That's quite a ways down the line. My squawk of surprise. Look, there was a zombie where there wasn't a zombie, and the zombie was trying to hug me, and not very tenderly, and yeah, there was some shock involved, alright? I have mastered exactly one girlish mannerism in my transition so far, and that's my squeak. That's my screaming like a girl when something scary happens. I need another aluminum so that I can make another hopper so that I can have a fully automated smeltery. I love the penguin. It's adorable. To the ender portal over here. Apparently bucket mode is only bucket suction. Oh, this chunk is claimed. Therefore, fires can't randomly spread? Is that what's happening here? Or am I just unlucky? Or did some update or another disable the ability for fires to spread to prevent me from doing exactly this? Getting into the Nether without steel. Wouldn't surprise me, honestly. You're telling me I need to exercise patience. But I don't do patience. Alright, I should start working towards steel. What do we need for steel? I need a coke oven to make a blast furnace, right? Let's see. Immersive engineering blast furnace bricks require a trip to the Nether. Okay. Industrial craft blast furnace then? Yeah, it looks like industrial craft is where I start. There, now there's flowing lava too. Just in case we do need that. Hey! Sigh. Yep. Just had to walk away and ignore it for a bit. It remembered. There. Before we go any further, let's see how much it actually takes to make a cast. 288. Okay. And I really want the pickaxe head cast first. Oh good, I didn't start in a lava sea. Heck, I guess there won't be much need for exploring. Stone Age Nether, and if we wanted a Manualin pickaxe, since there's Ardite right there. But if I remember right, you want a cobalt head. Speed. Manualin is mostly good for weaponry, right? What? Why am I on fire? Why did the lava come over here? What the crap? You. It was getting slowly brighter and brighter, and I'm like, huh, why's it getting brighter? And I'm in lava. Less than ideal. WTB ladder? Before we go any further, let me make sure this is actually worth going after. It is not. I can't do a darn thing with a magma block. Okay. Saw a field of them down there and thought, ooh, I should go get those. Because, you know, they're shiny, and I'm easily distractible. Yeah, I think so, Gene Rogue. Alright, so, we've got top-end Tinker's material short of, like, night slime. What's everybody's favorite Tinker's pickaxe to put together? With Tinker's 2. Huh? Sphalerite. Is Tech Reborn just, like, Reg Tech? Doing a 4 and... Wait, I've only got 7 cobalt? I swear I mined more than that. Thank you, Cooper. Paper binding for the extra modifier. Do I really need the extra modifiers? Are they that helpful? I don't have any stone with me. Alright, guess we're going home. Not as grindy as Greg Tech 4. Suppose that's a good thing, Cooper. So in this pack, isn't the grind, like, the entire purpose? Alright, Cobalt, speed 12, Ardite, speed 3.5, Stonebound. Mine's faster as it wears out. Ooh, Petromore's kind of cool. I don't know, an Ardite head and an Ardite handle might do it for me. Emmanuelin looks like it's going to be mostly good for fighty fight. Ardite handle has a 1.4 but a minus 200. Let's see. 990 minus 200 times 1.4 gets us 1106. Or 1090 times 0.9 for the Cobalt gets you 981. And I definitely prefer Petromore to lightweight. Eat up that cobblestone pickaxe to restore durability. Plus the stonebound head. And then I can use the binding Cobalt for the extra huge amount of durability plus the lightweight. I don't know. Cobalt and Ardite might work out. Manual and Rod didn't look all that exciting. 0.5, 250, and cold-blooded? Meh. Obsidian Rod, let's check that out. Durate. Your tool lasts longer most of the time. Minus 100 and 0.9. That doesn't look that great either. Thinking that I might do Cobalt Head, Ardite Handle, Cobalt Binding. I like this, especially when it's my first mining thing. Writable, more modifiers! But with the Cobalt, we shouldn't need any haste on it. Or I could do the Ardite and the haste. We could use the some expanders to get ourselves a cheap early hammer. Lapis. Oh, we need purple slime, huh? Never mind. Soulbound would be cool, but it's not going to happen. Lots of reinforced is always an option. Silk touch is usually a good idea. We're gonna have to decide between luck and silk touch. Blasting. That's a fun way. Fun one. A pie for breakfast. That sounds delicious. Glowing is a cute one. Hulking. Oh, someday. Let's take a fish and strap it onto arrows. Of course, it makes them swim underwater. Now I can shoot stuff underwater. Logical and makes sense. These are important aspects of that. Oh god, my head. Right, embossing. That's where the cool stuff starts happening and getting ridiculous. So we could have a momentum and stonebound. Why don't we start with the Ardite head and no. Cobalt head. Cobalt head. Yeah, but I don't care about Greg Tech progression, Cooper. Why? Just hear myself talk that loud. Staff. I think that might be coming from you. There's a saffron in my channel now. That's why that's happening. Go. Oh. Staff is having sound issues. Right. So I need more casts. Means more gold or more bauxite. Play casts? What are they, like single use? Is that how that works? Yep, consumes cast. Okay. No, it's fine. You're fine, Seth. I don't mind. Yeah, claycast is a good option for now. Redstone clock is a cheap way to automate your smeltery is also an option. Still need bauxite. Still need, like, mass mining potential, you know? I suppose I should really get on to, like, the whole making steel thing. But I'm having fun maxing out this early game pick for the sheer silliness of it. So how about weapons? Has anyone done any research on making an amazing Tinker's weapon? Pick, shovel, hatchet, mattock, scythe, hammer, excavator, lumber axe, broadsword.
I am who I say I am.
Longsword, rapier. Demon steel for weaponry. Beaver, arrows. Can't you do something silly with a shuriken? All you need is 4 short blades. Manulin head for silver, electrum, or lead for extra parts. How do you mean, Fluffy Cloud? Use 4 different metals. I can't make a hammer until I make steel, Kupfer. Reinforced requires the reinforcement module, which is 8 obsidian and any cast. Does it have to be a... Probably can't be a clay cast, can it? Yeah, it can be blank, but it can't be a... But, I have a severe lack of metals at the moment. Like, I haven't done much mining. What I'm thinking is... start with, Manulin and, I don't know, electrum, and 2 paper. Put reinforced 5 on it.
Inhale.
And then replace the paper later on. Because there's no extra modifier that I'm seeing in here. That or do, like, 4 paper. And then emboss on Manulin later? make a absolutely ridiculous shuriken, 4 paper blades, and then much embossment. That's the way it used to be, but I think they changed that. Still need green, blue, and magma slime, and then blocks of gold for that, though. So let's see. What Fluffy recommend? Manual and blade, electrum guard, and a silver handle. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Do I even have silver? No, I've got a tiny bit. I don't have any gold. But really, what we need to do is go mining. We need to do mining. And honestly, we're short on time anyway. Okay, you can only have 1 level of Petramore. But that gives a huge amount of durability. So the Ardite binding is... I mean, Ardite just gives a crap ton of durability as your extra. Worth it. I will, Fluffy Cloud, but either way. We can use a couple... We can't make it yet, you know? Because I don't have the gold for it. So, branch mining at Y11 is going to be my best bet for gold. Surprising no one. Oh, bauxite. Down here is just fine for bauxite. A little bit better to go a little bit higher, but it's not much difference. Does the mining world have significantly higher ore concentration? Or is it just a matter of this way you're not quarrying giant holes in your overworld? Deep Dark. We'll get right on that. Doesn't that portal require, like... Yeah. Black stable stone. Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting. We need to get a calculator going before we can get to the Deep Dark. And also, you know, do some quarrying for a while. Surprised it's not eating more of the stone that we're mining. Yeah, I'm not paying a lot of attention to, like, the guide, though. I'm kind of doing this, blind. As, like, the first thing in the guide was like, hey, if you don't want to follow this, don't! Yep. And I needed one or the other. Ooh, I was supposed to end stream like half an hour ago. Oh well, we're on and late today. Works in this pack, isn't it? Much dirt this deep underground. Woo! Hello, gold. Oh, we'll get there running on. I tend to mine for the things that I need now. Right now, I need gold. So this is a pretty sweet Stone Age pick. I am relatively pleased with myself. I remember looking at the reinforcement module, but I don't remember what it required. Oh yeah, that's right, the casts plus the... Okay. That's 10 gold and 80 obsidian to make. No, 40 obsidian to make 5 of them. Something very soothing about doing the branch mining. I mean, I know that there's more efficient options, and I could be rushing steel to get a hammer or something, but it's old school, and it's... I don't know. Something fun about it. Get a good pickaxe, spend hours down here. Yes, PurpleMentat's wandering about doing laundry. I should probably have closed my door. That would have been the polite thing to do. But I'm not frequently accused of being polite. I will let them know you said hi, Jinrogue. I wonder if I could manage to, like, do 1 age per day for a while. At least until we get towards the later ages and they get grindier. That might be a, you know, set it up on server and leave it running overnight kind of age per day then. So what's the cool armor that I can make in this pack? I mean, we've got tinkers for our tools and weapons. I guess industrial craft? That's got, like, that, ridiculous armor, doesn't it? Nanotech or something? That's not it. I don't remember it. It's been a long time since I've used it. Osmium armor for early on? Figured as much. Once I get to a point I don't need to mine, I kind of get bored with most mod packs. It's like, oh, yeah, resources are just kind of flowing in on their own. Alright, so now it's just craft. No mining. I'm glad that this one blocks that a ways behind stuff. Oh, I am looking forward to messing with some of the quarry options. Oh yeah, Ender IO Dark Steel, charged up Dark Steel, especially once you get it empowered. That's pretty sweet, isn't it? Endgame has Draconic. IC2 has the Quantum stuff. Yep, I remember that. That's the stuff I was talking about. Like the first power armor that I ever used. In any Minecraft mod. Way back in the 1.2 days. One downside to Tinkers is you don't have much call for experience. But, I mean, Tinkers basically got created because people hated the enchant system. Right? Alright, folks. We're well past 4:30 now. That's more than half an hour worth of Encore. We're going to be calling it here. I'll be back tomorrow at 1 PM with more Age of Engineering, probably getting into the Industrial Age at that point. I do need to implore you folks to check out the links below to my Discord, my Twitter, and especially my Patreon. As PurpleMentat just lost our primary form of income in the form of her job, and is now in between employers, I need to focus on getting my income up as much as possible. If you have anything to give, even $1 a month will go a long way. Everybody that ever watched these streams put in $1 a month, I'd be doing amazing. But that's my pitch for today. I'll try not to annoy you with them too much. Should be able to find all those links below. You can always @ me on Discord, and I will respond within an hour or two, assuming I'm awake. That's kind of how you get a hold of me. And all of the patrons have access to the Discord Live voice channel. So you can jump into the stream and chat with me while I mine and such. You know, unless you cause problems. We do try to stay heavily moderated here. Thanks for your time, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed this afternoon of mining and crafting. I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks, Fluffy Cloud.